Absolutely. What we have is, even in the process of using the donut, it's really important that young people know about the donut. And then what we've got at the moment is Olivia. Olivia introduces us to the online computer game. And the online computer game is so accessible for young people. And Olivia is the little avatar that explains the donut. And she talks to you and she'll explain how the donut works. And what's really exciting is that young people can get in confidentially and write all about their own strengths and their own factors, and they themselves can assess what their strong factors are at the moment. And one of the really important things with adolescents is that if you know any adolescents, they change from month to month. There are so many changes going through their lives. They are so different from one year to the next, then the changes are massive. And what happens is that if you did their donuts and got them to do an online resilience donut game, you'll notice that their donut strengths will change from month to month. So one of the important things that we've got is the ability for young people to buy a little computer game. It's so cheap and so easy and so accessible that they can get onto at any time from any computer, from anywhere they want to. They can just hop in, log into their own computer game, and then start checking out how their strengths are going. They can put in and see if they've changed from last month. They can work out a strategy. They can be given hints as to how those strategies might be helped, what they might be able to do, what other ideas that they can do. They can write down what their strategies are going to be this month, and then next month they can see if the strategy worked. And invariably what happens is that they get in and they see that their donut has changed. So what we're hoping and really hoping is that everyone in Australia will have, and perhaps further afield, have a donut game that they'll be able to hop into and be able to be relevant to their time of their life at this moment. And they'll be able to look back. How wonderful would it be for them to be able to look back over their years of schooling and say, you know what, in year 7 my strengths were this. Or when I first started high school, my strengths were this. But when I finished high school, these were my strengths. These were the different strengths I had. And I was able to change that by doing a few of these things. Now I'm about to go into university, or I'm going to go into the job place, and now I need to do some other things in my life. And so that the donut becomes something that is really very much a part of their own individual walk through building their own resilience. And the way we've got that happening in having the online computer game makes it very individual, but it also encourages the individual not to go off on their own. It encourages them to go and work out where their strong connections are. And I really, really hope, and I guess it's a passion that I have, is that in people learning about the Resilience Donut, is that they do less of me and more of us. And so they learn how to become part of a group. They learn strategies as to how to connect their strong parts of their life by connecting with people, rather than going and just doing things on their own and becoming more selfish. So the donut itself, while it's an online computer game that's for individual use, actually encourages more connections and more community-based and more peer group and more family type activities, so that the young person's able to see the value of those things in their lives and have a sense of control as to how they're going to make those happen.